In what's brewing today, Captain Fresh, a Bengaluru-born packaged seafood company, has just closed one of the largest cross-border acquisitions for a young startup in India, acquiring Frime S.A.U, which is Spain's leading sustainable tuna processor and distributor, a 49-year-old legacy brand with revenues exceeding 180 million euros and operations spanning 33 countries. With this, Captain Fresh is going to both expand its multi-species portfolio and also secure a massive processing stronghold in Europe. For more on the significance of this deal, joining me now are Uttam Gowda, who's the CMD and Group CEO of Captain Fresh, as well as Salvador Raman Mateo, who's the chairman of Frime. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us here today on CNBC-TV18. And Uttam, let me start with you. Tell us, very briefly about the strategic rationale behind the acquisition and how Frime fits into your playbook and the synergies you expect to see in the near term.
Thanks so much for having me. So Captain Fresh, we started in India, and initially we built a bunch of technology tools for various stakeholders in the entire value chain. And eventually then we started looking at distribution. The first set of distribution infrastructure that we built was in the US, where we focused on very luxury fine dining restaurants. So we bought a company called Sensi. That's how we got our entry into the US. And on top of that, we backed it up with a couple of acquisitions in the US. In Europe, we have been focused on prepared meal segment, the meal kits, the ready-to-eat, ready-to-cook segment, which goes into the retail category. Prior to this, we had closed acquisitions in the Western Europe and Central Eastern Europe. The Southern Europe, particularly the Spanish market, was extremely exciting for us because if you zoom out and look at seafood evolution, there are a couple of civilizations that have been extremely intimate when it comes to seafood in their cuisines. Mediterranean is one of them. Iberia is very, very critical from a seafood consumption standpoint. So we have been looking out for partners, brands that we could double down on. And Frime was a perfect fit for us. It's a brand which has more than 40, almost 50 years of legacy. So it fits into the Mediterranean cuisine and seafood. So that's what got us excited.
Well, Salvador, your father's built Frime into this nearly 50-year-old institution, 20% of Europe's yellowfin market, and you're now taking it global with Captain Fresh. From here, what is the growth ambition for Frime specifically, revenue, geographies, categories in the next 5 years that this deal will make possible for you?
Yeah, as you see, good morning from Barcelona. As you say, we are the leader in tuna portions in Europe. Right now, we are serving more than 30-something countries in Europe. And now with the entry of Captain Fresh in the group, we will start to move our products in the United States. We have some experience there, but with Captain Fresh, it can be more easy and more fast than we are doing usually. And also other markets like in Africa or like in Asia. We think in the big group Captain Fresh, we have the possibility to grow very fast. For the next 4 or 5 years, we hope to double or triple the total invoice that we are doing now.
Interesting there. Salvador, just one clarification. I read that you invested 50 million euros in Barcelona facilities, and then immediately after that, you had this acquisition from Captain Fresh. Was that capital raised with the deal already in mind, or, was the investment a condition of the deal, or just coincidence?
No, just coincidence. We built a factory. It's one of the most modern and one of the most technical factories, fish factories in the world. And we built that in order to grow for the next years. And this is a casualty, or we don't know, or maybe the karma that we met Uttam 2 years ago. And from the first time, we know we are one with each other. We have a very good connection. And it's not the cause of the funds. We have the funds, we build the factories, and now with the Captain Fresh, we have the power to improve our production to other markets.
Uttam, this strategic flywheel you're referring to in your press release, Frime's tuna into your US network, your shrimp and salmon deeper in Southern Europe. It means you're asking the existing customers to buy more from one relationship. How quickly are buyers actually willing to consolidate like that? And where are you seeing it happen first?
So we have seen that in the past, wherein in our early acquisition, we have already grown more than 40% from the time we acquired. So the rationale behind acquisition is to acquire customers. And typically, when we acquire customers, the brands that we acquire are experts in dealing with one or two products. As a platform, we have expertise in dealing with more than 10, 15, 20 products. And we have seen post acquisition in our own portfolio today, where we have been able to expand the wallet share. And for customers, it's one-stop shop as a solution. And that's the solution that they're looking for because seafood is an extremely fragmented market, a huge number of suppliers. So it's a very messy purchase affair for a global customer. So we are able to bridge that experience gap by being a one-stop solution and a very credible solution at it.
Got that. Salvador, I just wanted to ask you, since you're a 5-decade-old company, how do you think about preserving the culture, the craftsmanship, and the standards that made the company what it is, especially as you look to now scale significantly with this acquisition?
Yeah, one of the most important things that we have in our culture, it's a family business. You must know in Europe, in Barcelona, we have a tradition of more than 2,000 years in the tuna industry. And when we met Utham and when we start to meet the people that the companies that the Captain Fresh are acquiring, we see the same culture that they have also in Poland, in the United States. The people that come from Captain Fresh, it's a startup, but they have a long tradition in family business, and they understand how the family business work in the fish industry, and that is very important for us. It will be very, very easy to have this culture from the next years in this group.
All right, Salvador and Utham, we wish you the very best with this acquisition, and we will wait to see how this plays out. And we wish you both a very happy weekend. Thanks very much.